Hello there, welcome to Get Data Solution. Today I'm going to present data visualization on one of the great visualization made by contestants of Data Visualization Society, which is presented by Data Visualization Society under the award of information is beautiful. And this Data Visualization Society actually creates this award every year, starting from 2012 till now, and the winners gold medalists, short list, silver, and long list will be just posted on its website. And today we are going to see the 2013 winner under the category of business. So we'll first see the long list under business analytics. Here are the long lists. And then short list under business analytics. These are the short list. So I'm interested to present to you for the winner or the gold under this category. Here the data is shown like this one. How do we compare? And this is interactive dashboard which encourages users to focus on one area by country or by region or by income level and compares the result for different metrics. So we'll see that here is the dashboard, and the dashboard shows for example, in this case is for high income country. I have selected high income country, and just it contains data for 173 countries, 6 regions: Americas, East Asia and Pacific, Europe and Central Asia, Middle East and North Africa, South Asia and Sub-Saharan. And under the income level, 3 levels are actually there: high income countries, middle income countries and low income countries. Currently I've selected high income country, which compares country on average compared to other income levels across 31 metrics. So 84% of high income countries 84% of metrics are stronger than the average of other income levels. So 84% of them. So this is how it is evaluated, and for this, and this is created by Lindsay Poulter for World Data Visualization Prize, and the data source is the main data set, and the metric selection were sourced from WDVP and the World Bank. For the data on the right side, it is taken from the World Bank. So how it compares is it compares this value against the selected one. So the circle placement is placed on avoiding overlapping of circles, and if you hover, value will be the exact value will be actually displayed. If I just for example, for this 100% electricity access for high income countries high, so that is the use of hovering over the circle. The other is as a methodology, strong versus weak is compared. The other is the axis stroke values are placed toward the top outside, which means stroke values are just toward this preference. And the average for each income and the regional level, a standard average was calculated. So that is the methodology he used to present this. So let me actually see some values for by region and by countries. If you see the value for middle income, yeah, 10% of middle income countries have 10% of metrics are stronger than the average of the other income countries. For if I select low income countries, only 6% of low income countries are metrics. Their metrics are stronger than the average of other income levels. So that is how it's actually displayed here. Those 6% are in the area of carbon emissions and renewable energies, renewables. So let's come to the detail by country. Let's see before that by region. Let's see for Sub-Saharan Africa. For Sub-Saharan Africa, on average compared to other regions across 31 metrics, is 3% of metrics are stronger than the average of other regions. Only 3%. That is in the area of carbon dioxide emissions. Let's see for other region, for example, for Middle East and North Africa. Yeah, for Middle East, 6% of the metrics are stronger than the average of other regions. Let's look another region again for Europe and Central Asia. For Europe and Central Asia, on average compared to other regions across 31 metrics, 68% of metrics are stronger than the average of other regions. So let's look for data by country. This time, let me actually look for East African countries. For Ethiopia, for example, Ethiopia compared to Sub-Saharan Africa and the low-income countries across 30 metrics is evaluated for Ethiopia, and the value is 53% both by region and by income. If you click on the region, 53% by income, 67% compared to the income levels for by 67% is or metrics are stronger than the income level average. Let's see by both. As I've said, strong values are toward the preference. So let's look for values for Ethiopia, which is 53%. And Ethiopia is stronger in the area of renewables, and here is 100%. And this is the value for Sub-Saharan Africa, and this one is for low-income countries. So compared to both sub-Saharan Africa and low-income country is actually good performing. In terms of carbon dioxide emission, it is 0.2. Infant mortality rate is 3.2 for Ethiopia. Unemployment is 3.7%. Gini coefficient is 33. Seats held by parliament is 43%. Maternal mortality is 401. GDP growth is 5.6. Electricity access is 51.1%. And happy planet is the value is 38.8, and the region average is negative 2.9. No, the region happy planet, the region sub-Saharan is -2 from Ethiopia. Rule of law negative 0.6. Government effectiveness negative 0.6. Control of corruption negative 0.4. Health as a percent of GDP is 5.1. Government integrity is 3.2, and education is 5.1%. So on those metrics, Ethiopia is performing better compared to similar country in the same income category and sub-Saharan Africa. So the other important thing is here are the values for low values. That is one of the areas that countries should actually focus on. The first one is health per capita, which is nearly 0. And the next one is GDP per capita, which is 2.6, and that should be the priority of the government. The other is military spending as percentage of GDP, which is 0.5%, and government percent as percent of GDP, which is 17.7%, and political stability -2.1. So those are the priority for government to just act on. I think this data actually clearly provide the priority for the government as well. Let us look for another country in the East Africa. Let's look for Djibouti. Djibouti is compared to the Middle and East and North Africa and with middle income countries compared across 27 metrics. So Djibouti is 11%, or metrics are stronger than both region and income levels for 11% of the metrics. Those are the carbon emissions, which is 0.4, government, which is 49.3%, and seats held by women is 26%. So that is the value for Djibouti. Let's look another country, East Africa. Let's look for Eritrea. Eritrea is compared to sub-Saharan Africa and low-income countries across 21 metrics. So as Eritrea is actually rated as 19%, compared metrics are stronger than both region and income levels. In the area of carbon dioxide emission, 0.3, and infant mortality is 2.7. The other is electricity access is 52.2%, and the government spending is 28.5%. So those are the strongest areas for Eritrea. And the area for priority focus for the government is civil liberties, which is 2, and regulatory quality is minus 2.3, and judicial effectiveness is also low, and health as per capita is almost 0. Those are the areas for priority areas for the Eritreans. Let's look for Kenya, for example. Kenya is rated as 45% of metrics are stronger than both region and income level average. Kenya is compared to sub-Saharan Africa and middle income countries, and rated over with 29 metrics. So it's rated as 45%. And the strongest areas are carbon dioxide emission, which is 0.4. Renewable is 89%. Then the next is unemployment is 5.7%. Infant mortality is 15.7. Financial freedom is 50. GDP growth is 7.5. Political right 19, and so on. So government effectiveness is also strong compared to others in the same income level. So probably for Kenya, top priority areas that Kenya should focus is health, which is health per capita is 0.1, which is low. Again, GDP per capita is 5,000, which is still low. And military spending as percent of GDP is 1.1, another area. And government spending is 27.4%, and control of corruption is negative 0.7. Those are the areas for Kenya. So let's look for Somalia again. Somalia is compared to sub-Saharan Africa and low-income countries, and its value is compared to over 60 metrics. Somalia is strong and 13% compared to this sub-Saharan Africa and low-income countries, and Somalia is strong in the area of carbon dioxide emissions, which is 0, and infant mortality is 4.9. Those are the strong areas for Somalia, and Somalia should work, and the priority areas are this. As per this matrix, political stability is very low, and that is one of the priority for Somalians. And GDP per capita is 1.3 thousand, which is still low. The rule of law is minus 2.3, which is low, and control of corruption is negative 1.8. Those are the priority areas for Somalians. Let's look for Sudan or South Sudan. Let's look for Sudan. Sudan is rated compared to sub-Saharan Africa and low-income countries across 18 metrics. So Sudan is rated as South Sudan is rated as 17% of metrics are stronger than both region and income levels. So South Sudan is strong in the area of carbon dioxide emission, which is 0.1, and state seat held by the parliament is seat held by women is 32%, and military spending is 2.4. Those are the strong areas. And priority areas for South Sudan is political right in the political right space, which is -3, and maternal mortality is should be one of priority area. It is 1,150, which is very big number, and human development is 0.39, which is still should be one of the priority area, and access to electricity is only 7.2%, and control of corruption is -1.8. So those are the priority areas for should be priority area for South Sudan. So those are general metrics, and this is actually a good metrics for decision making, and I hope countries and governments should consider this data to take appropriate action as per their respective values. And I hope countries will take this metrics into their consideration and try to just give focus on those priority areas for improvement and keep up on the other areas where they are actually performing good. Not only countries, donors should also use this data for evidence-based decision making, and NGOs who are actually working on different sectors can actually use data for their intervention based on these metrics, and that is actually a great work done by Lindsay Poulter, which actually presented this data for Data Visualization Society under the theme of information is beautiful, and he is a gold medalist, and I would like to say congratulations for the presenter, for creator, which is Lindsay Poulter, and I would like also to thank Data Visualization Society to just share those data to be used by government and other concerned parties. So thank you very much, and I hope this is very important. And so if you like this video, please try to consider subscribing for our channel, and I will leave the link for this data so that you can actually go to the data by yourself and see by income level, or see the performance of countries by income level, which is high income, low income, and middle income. and you can also see by region or by specific country of your interest. So that is it, and I will actually keep you will get the link in the description, and thank you very much, and bye bye.